What's going on, Ramley? Welcome to the Ram Skinny here on the LAFB network. We are Los Angeles Sports. This is your daily dose of Los Angeles Rams news. Training camp update number 3 from day one of media availability. No practices at hands, but Skinny T was on hand at the beautiful Loyola Marymount University to speak with Coach Sean McVay and the players available. McVay gave an update on one Alaric Jackson, the slated starting left tackle for your Los Angeles Rams, as everyone knows, unfortunately, yet again, dealing with blood clots. So his battle to get back healthy, first and foremost, but then back on the field. And Skinny will just jump right into it. What update did Coach McVay give? How likely are we to see Jackson back on the field this season?
Well, I would put it with one word: hopeful. That's, Sean McVay used that
word. It is. Wrap up the show. End it. We're good.
Yeah. Hopeful and optimistic, which are two words that I don't like personally in the football world. I think they're overused and underdefined. And in terms of concrete updates that he did give, Alaric Jackson won't go on the non-football injury list, and he's not going to go on the PUP list,
which is big.
Which is big, yeah. So it allow, if he's available for week 1, he will be in for week 1. But in terms of the murkiness of the rest of it, it still seems very, very kind of up in the air. Now they've got a plan. They both feel good about the plan. Both Alaric, the Rams, and Sean McVay feel good the direction they're heading in. But DJ Humphries is very much in the mix. That's the guy that Sean McVay mentioned specifically. He didn't talk about Questenberry at all. So it sounds like if Alaric Jackson isn't able to go, it's going to be DJ Humphries stepping into that spot.
Yeah. I'm just on that. I'm always surprised that Questenberry's gotten essentially overlooked since they signed him back in whatever that was in May or June. Because he did get a lot of reps on the offensive line for the Vikings last year. Granted, it was got a lot of special teams in here and there, but DJ Humphries, obviously a very seasoned tackle, only played in 2 games last year for the Chiefs, but the Rams know him well during his time with the Arizona Cardinals. So certainly a veteran presence that can slide in. But yeah, I agree with you. They're pretty hollow words, hopeful and optimistic when it comes to football speak. It's just kind of they don't really preclude much meat, if you will, or much real definitiveness.
Having spent a couple of days at Chargers camp, those 2 words they wouldn't use those 2 words to describe anything. They're about execution and stalwart and, the kind of ephemeral versions of it, don't exist in that building. Obviously, they just paid this guy 3 years, $57 million, I believe it was, in February. But this has been an issue. It ended his season in 2022.
Yeah.
And so what has transpired in between, November of 22 when they shut him down, I think it was, to now, is it worse? Is it better? These things still murky, still up in the air.
Yeah. And obviously, first and foremost, his health is most important. But I will say, it's got to be encouraging not going on the PUP list, not on the NFL list, because that they could easily put him there. And obviously that they could keep him there all the way until the season starts without him missing games until was the deadline a week before. And then you automatically miss the first 4 games or whatever. So that has to tell you that they feel confident that he will be back during camp at some time. So we'll obviously keep a close eye on that, but definitely I think a good thing they were able to get a guy like DJ Humphries and David Questenberry, who can both kind of play that role if needed. Because outside of that, they got AJ Curie, you got Warren McClendon, you got a lot of inexperience, one would say, if needed to slide in for Alaric Jackson.
Yeah, Humphries, like you said, he was with the Chiefs, played 2 games, wasn't able to kind of crack into that, first string position. They drafted Kingsley Suamatia, I believe is the pronunciation. He started off as the left tackle, essentially beating out DJ Humphries, I guess. And then that didn't work out and moved left guard Joe Tooney to left tackle, beating out again DJ Humphries. And he's coming off an ACL. So, perhaps that was all, had to do with injury related, I guess you would call it. But obviously, he's 31, so not entirely over the hill. Played a lot of good football in his career. And you got to feel a lot better about that than the other answers that you mentioned.
Yeah.
We've seen McClendon in there for Rob Havenstein when he's been out. Didn't go terribly well.
Yeah. So, and real quick, speaking of, Rob Havenstein addressed the media and he said he's feeling good and should be basically 100%, correct?
Yeah, he had what they call cleanup procedure, what the Rams call cleanup procedures. That's also some of that weird murky football talk as well. But he says he's feeling great with that. Also, Coleman Shelton back on. He's feeling very confident with Coleman Shelton back in there. And, apparently they're good friends. And so some continuity back in the building on that. All helping Stafford, all helping Kyren. I think the biggest question mark on the offense is this offensive line. And so, 4 out of the 5 questions are answered at this point, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that was the obviously biggest issue at the beginning of the season last year, not for lack of trying, but just with all the injuries and, the turnstile they had, what we talked about a lot last year, but the amount of combinations they had just through the first like 5 or 6 weeks of different linemen because of those injuries. So you want to have continuity. Obviously you want to have health, but you got to have depth, because if this team has showed us anything over the last couple of years is they do sustain injuries on that offensive line, unfortunately. So, yeah, I think that's a good update on Jackson. So hopefully we'll keep you posted. Keep it right here. LAFB Network. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe on the Rams LAFB YouTube channel. Make sure you're following RL Anderson LAFB on Twitter for all his updates, and our at LAFB Network, our main account, and obviously LAFBnetwork.com for all of our written and video content. Last thing, Skinny. K-Dot's hairdo was pretty fresh. Were you able to get a up and close personal look at K-Dot? Kevin Dotson with the full-on just Ram color scheme in the hair?
I didn't see that at all. I don't know how I missed that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw Steve Avila. He looked like he was in really good spirits once again.
Guy always looks like in good spirits. Steve Avila just looks like a great dude to hang out with.
Yeah, absolutely.
He reminds me of have you ever seen the movie Moana?
No.
Disney movie?
No.
Okay. Well, I forget the name of his character. All of a sudden, my daughter obviously watches it often, but the guy that The Rock plays, he's like a god, a demigod. Steve Avila kind of reminds me of him.
Yeah, that's
Look it up.
That's a good comp. No, I could picture it.
Yeah. Oh, what is his name? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Someone in the comments, drop it below. Maui. His name's Maui.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, and Braden Fiske up at the podium as well, dropping probably the perfect nickname for the defensive line, the young and the relentless.
Yeah, we got shirts coming already. They're already on the presses.
Beautiful. I love that.
Got to get those going. So make sure to Rams fans need some merch before the season. LAFB's got you covered. We got Puka Nacua merch. We got Aaron Donald merch, but hopefully we're going to have some young and relentless merch here soon at our LAFB store. Just go to LAFBnetwork.com. In the menu, click that shop button to see all of our LA sports merch. And hey, it really helps support us here at LAFB. Keep it with us all training camp long. We'll have all these updates for you daily, essentially, for sure, every day that there's camp, because Ryan will be there just about every single day. Thank you, Ramley. For Skinny T, I'm Ryan Dyrud. We'll be back with plenty more on the Rams Skinny.